Welcome to a new video in Casual Game Commentaries. My name is Ryan, and today we'll be playing on a different server than TyJam. Today I'm actually on FoxGo, and recently I've been trying out this because everyone, well, not everyone, but a lot of pros are using this server. So, you know, I kind of wanted to try this out, and as you can see, I'm only 8 Dan right now, so maybe I'll get up, but recently I've heard 9 Dan is so hard to keep just because of so many people who play with AI nowadays. But we'll see. So, I am playing black, and this opening I've actually never seen before. White to nuke it after black approached. So it's kind of like, I don't know, so what black also ignored this. I think after I get the 2-space extension, I kind of, black can kind of get a little bit of both sides. I'm just going to protect this and see what he's going to do. Okay, so he's going to protect as well then. Okay. So I'm going to stand up because I'm not too afraid of white pushing up, down. Wow, I wasn't afraid of it and he played it. So I'm not too worried about this because, one, I still have an evasion here, and this stone isn't, it's not too heavy. So if I can cut this group off, then this is probably good for black, since the only thing white can do is the push and cut, but that's not really working right now. Yeah, so we'll both protect then. I think this is it's better than black crawling under. Even though white got this still exists, and I'm actually pretty happy with this result right now. And he cannot turn because I can tie his mouth, so he's forced to play kind of a softer move here. So, yeah, this is. I'm pretty happy with this result. Now I'm gonna aim at this invasion, so I assume he will protect in some way. Yeah, I don't want white to jump over, then I will make this group very weak. So I'm gonna get the center. I think this side is very important. So maybe I can kind of, maybe if you're interested, you can kind of read this corner and see if white is able to live in there. So you might notice that this Kosumi is sente. So after the Kosumi, can white live in the corner? So the answer is actually no. The corner is not completely alive, but it's weird Ko in there. But white has some eye potential on the outside, so he's not too worried about life and death. That's why he's pincering on this side. So it's actually a one-step Ko if if white plays first in the corner. But yeah, after getting this and then extending back here, I'm kind of liking this situation for black right now. I'm gonna aim for, can I attach? I'm not sure. The right side is not too strong right now. Maybe it's not worth it. So the idea when you're attacking a group that can live but is not completely alive yet is you don't want to attack it too hard, because if you surround it forcefully but the outside is not very complete, it's not worth it because they can just live, and then what can you do, right? This is a very bold move. Now, what? This is a very, very strong move. Yeah, so he was planning to tanuki the whole time, but that leaves me with no choice. I have to cut this and surround this. So there's no other option. If he extended, I would be able to come back, and then these two groups are going to be separated. That's a big no for him. But in this case, this group is not alive yet. So how is he going to live? Yeah, this group. So when he is absolutely needs to, he can actually get an eye this way. Huh. Probably a time move. This move is kind of, I didn't really have a choice, because if I respond in any other way, Weiqi could get the sente. But he still has no eye above. He has to hane and descend. Yeah, that would be the only way. So he connected. Well, locally it's not alive. So I'm just gonna ignore that for now. So this Atari should be a direct sente on the group. Yeah, if I simply just push and take 2-1, this group can't live. Yeah, okay, so he fixed again. Well, I'm pretty happy with that, because that'll give me an extra move on the outside. It's definitely not killable, because when in doubt, he could get an eye here. Oh, but I can tower. I'm not so sure about that. Anyway, so new battlefield. This is not very common at all, this attach and extend. Normally it's the attach and pull back. This is this important stone. I can't let this one go. I think he's trying to go for a little bit too much. Because this is not even a ladder. Yeah, just fight. Fight for it. 답답하네. Even though these two stones in the middle connect to the outside, because he already spent a move to live, it's not like it's unsacrificable. I can still, you know, it's not necessary for black to keep that. This is very big. If he's yeah, I want to see how he's gonna capture it. It's not very trivial. Oh, so he's not going to capture it. Then of course I will extend. I thought he was going to extend this way. Oh, but then I can still escape. So I wasn't planning on though. I was actually just planning on extending. These time sujis are questionable, I think. I'm gonna extend and I'm gonna get this Atari. It does leave the corner a bit weaker, but I think right now the outside is extremely important. What? He's got no liberties left. Okay, that was an interesting mistake. This is this is very interesting. So, well, then I've captured a huge corner. I'm actually thinking of capturing first. He self-reduced a liberty though before cutting. Okay. So it's gonna be pretty complicated, but I think, yeah, he just killed himself, which is unfortunate. But it would have been a ko at least. Yeah. Yeah, so he has to protect the cut, and only 3 liberties left. This is actually not escapable. That's a word. I can still capture it. And yeah, so he can push and cut. Tari extend, and I can use this move. He only has 3 liberties. Okay, fine. Gotta get that. Still, with the center dead, there's really nothing you can do. But, I mean, just, yeah, capture the corner, you can, like this is about to die as well. And then another move here means all the right side is gone. Well, it's still Gote, so it doesn't matter. I've got all the left side, so. Yes, I knew he would try to resist. Yeah, it doesn't really matter if white connects, but when the corner is all lost, it's still not playable. Yeah. Interesting game. So, a few mistakes by both. Yeah, at this point, I don't think it's even worth it to keep going. I mean, everything here is dead. The center is super strong. All white got was the lower right corner, but I got the left corner as well. Yeah, the fight is, yeah, there was an easy way for black to win. But if white didn't self-reduce the liberty here, it would have been a ko, but black would take first. So it would still be uncertain. Still playable. But yeah, so I guess the main mistake by white was trying to get some centi moves here. I mean, this stone was big, but it's not required, so white shouldn't have been. What? This cut was also a mistake. It's also gote, so basically you spend a move here and I spend a move on the outside. Let's capture it because he could have captured the 3 stones, and that's also pretty big. Okay. Let's just finish the game. Not many endgames. I hope he's not planning to play every move in the interest of time. So this is also Sente, he has to connect. Originally the push didn't work because of this cut here. But, yeah, I wasn't even considering anything else, so I cannot exchange the push, or else he would have been... Oh wait, he can still push out. So he can Tari here, and there would be no way to defend it. I'm just gonna like be really safe. What would be the best way to defend this? I'll just defend this. It was a mistake. I'll just connect. He's just trying to get something somewhere, which is obviously not possible. Only 58. Yeah, it's at least 25 I'm seeing on the board. It's not a bad endgame move, actually. Which makes me think that it's... Oh my god. He is very serious about his games. And I do respect that. So let's just make groups strong so he doesn't have much to go about. But he's definitely a persistent one.
9、8、7、6、5、4、3、2、1。
Okay, we'll just respond to everything. Okay, yeah, yeah, this game was kind of interesting. So in the top left, this shape just has been played so many times. Except yeah, but with, you know, everyone would play a different variation. I think this shape is pretty interesting. It definitely, there's no set conclusion yet. There's still a lot of variations that are related with this shape. Okay, I'll just respond to everything, so to avoid thinking too much. Usually if you think too much, that's where you can start making mistakes. But if you just respond to all your opponent's moves, you're usually fine. Okay, fair enough. I'll respond again. Okay. So, I actually haven't done this too much before. Is it easier to... I think it's easier to review like this. Alright. Yeah, so definitely when the center is captured, the game is over. So I think definitely it's better for white to connect this way. I think this is more common. Something like that, something of the sort. Extending down is not very good because after this, when black blocks, white can't really cut this way because black can connect and this move nets. So this is definitely not good for white. And obviously the other way to cut doesn't work. So white is forced to connect. So if everything is connected, then black became much stronger in the center, which made white a lot weaker. So I think that was the main difference. I think this move was a bit, maybe it was a bit of an overplay, this one space pincer. I think I kind of expected something like that, and then maybe Tanuki do a 2-3 invasion or some pincer over here. I think that would be normal. But yeah, after this, white might want to do something there and something in the center. It's kind of hard to attack this group because it's so strong now, but yeah, I guess it's mainly because of that move. So after this, black really wants this, and he can probably attach or even just Kosumi and Hane. I think this would be too... If black gets cut, it's going to be too complex. So I chose kind of a safer variation, and then this is all forced. So the move to start the ko is to descend, and the way for black to start the ko is actually this, and then turn. Yeah, so if white plays here, when black extends, then that will become ko. So this is kind of a weird ko. It's like a two-step ko for black. But the thing with this is white can make an eye here, so it's pretty much already alive. So you can't really get rid of the eye because white can still cut there. So locally it's pretty much alive, but after you connect, it's not completely alive anymore because black can just push and then play here, and then white. If white plays on the outside, then black will take this. If white plays here, then black will throw in an Atari, and it's going to be a bent 4 in the corner. So locally, it's going to be some kind of a ko if white plays here, and then that would be ko. But of course, black doesn't really have any ko threats, so it's just going to be the same anyway if black spends 2 moves on the outside. The main issue in the game was probably here. White treated this too heavily, so I think in this case, it's probably better for white to just attach, play some moves that are more in favor of the center, and just settle for a small loss locally, but still, this would be, it'd still be kind of close, I think. So what I was actually referring to in the ko, yeah, after all these moves were kind of, I think white got a bit too red-headed. So here, when white extends, black would probably not try to save the center too, because after the Atari, white can connect in sente. So if white comes back to descend, I think it's still pretty complicated locally. Yeah, in the game, this move was a bit, it's a bit too aggressive. I think if black connects, it would be a very simple game. So white would have to come back here, and then black can capture the corner. Yeah, this is definitely a good result for black. The corner is too big, and also everything is connected, and white is not completely live yet. So yeah, it's a pretty good way to use the influence this way. But yeah, extending, this was definitely a mistake. And yeah, capturing made the game a bit too complicated. A simple thing to do would just to be connect, and white can't really do anything. So this is, it's block exchange anyway, so I'm not sure why I wanted to capture in Sente. So white can live in the corner, but he can't do it yet. So, because, of course, this group isn't alive, so he has to come back to do something, and then black can come back. And still, this is definitely a good result for black. I'm not sure why white connected here. If white cuts directly, then this would very likely become a ko. So the thing is, black would take first, and white doesn't really have any good ko threats. Yeah, but yeah, so either way, it wouldn't have worked. Yeah, so after this gets captured, it's gonna pretty much pointless to keep going. So yeah, overall, pretty fast and interesting game. So hope you guys enjoyed, and I will see you next time.